everybody on YouTube, welcome to Street Motor Talks. I hope you guys are all doing really well. In this video today we are going to talk about the Royal Enfield Interceptor 650. It's a long-term ownership review video. This motorcycle has done over 15,000 kilometers so far, and in this video we will be talking about what all are the good things, what are the not so good things about this motorcycle, and how much does the service cost, what all parts need to be replaced when, and what exactly is the cost of the parts. We're going to cover all of those things in this video, so stay tuned and stick to the video until the end of this so that you can get to know everything possible that you can find out about a Royal Enfield Interceptor 650. So this was a quick walk around, as you could see, and this is a chrome version of the motorcycle. So as you can see from here, the whole tank, the exhaust, the blinkers, the handlebar, the fuel filler cap, and even the leg guards, they go very well together because everything is out there in chrome. And this is one color which you will not find very frequently on the roads, as this is the most expensive color. This I think is approximately 5,000 more expensive than the other colors, and that's the reason why it definitely is a head turner. Whenever you are riding this on the road, there will be many people who would stop and ask you about this motorcycle. At times even the Interceptor owner themselves, they stop and they ask you about this motorcycle. So the looks are exceptionally good, especially in this chrome version. Now let's talk about the things which are not so good on this motorcycle. Let me quickly go on the other side, and I'll start with the very first problem that I could see on this. There are many models out there on which people have found issues with oxidation, as you can possibly see here, this part over here, because this is an aluminum casing. So this needs a lot of care. If you do not keep cleaning it, if you do not keep wiping it every now and then, this is something which tends to happen over a period of time. And the next thing that I would want to show you is right here. As you can see this, you can see the rusting part here. So this is one major issue, and the same thing is on the opposite side as well. Let me see if the camera can actually focus. Let me zoom it a little bit. Okay, so it's not focusing, but then the same issue is on the other side as well. And I believe that Royal Enfield should work on this thing. They have always been very notoriously known for these rusting problems across all of their models, and it was anticipated that with this model they'll fix it, but then it's definitely fixed, but not all the places. This is one and the only part where I can find any bit of rusting. So that's one problem. Second thing is about the headlights. These headlights are stock halogen bulbs. These are nothing fancy about it, and the throw of the headlight on the roads is very limited. So when you are on the highways cruising at high speeds, you cannot rely on this headlight itself. That's a very big downer, and that's the reason why most Royal Enfield owners, and I too, have gone with an auxiliary lights. These are LED auxiliary lights, and these auxiliary lights, they definitely complement the main headlight, and that's what makes them helpful whenever we are on highways cruising at triple-digit speeds, because the stock headlamp won't justify what this motorcycle can actually do. Alright, now moving on to point number 3 is the seat. As you can see, the profile of the seat, it's very narrow. Let me go on the other side again. And here, as you can see, the profile is very narrow. There's not much padding which has been given by the manufacturer, and this thing is very soft. And let me quickly show you the width of it. If you can see it here, this is the width of the seat. So when you are on long distances, or if you want to spend lot of time on the saddle, then this seat will definitely give you a good amount of butt ache, good amount of backache, because the first thing is it will be very bouncy because of the soft nature. Second thing is the padding itself. There's not much foam on the seat, and it's very thin. And the third thing is the seat is not wide enough. Now luckily there are aftermarket seats which are available from the Royal Enfield dealership themselves, and then there are many aftermarket accessories available for the seat. You can replace the whole seat, you can modify the whole seat, add extra foam and all of that. So luckily that's something which can be solved at a very low cost. But then I believe that Royal Enfield should have given slightly better seat on this motorcycle. This goes very well with the whole design philosophy of the motorcycle, but then functionality wise it's not as good as it should have been. And now Moving on to the next problem is with the brakes. Don't get me wrong, the brakes are really good, the bite is exceptionally good, and the existing setup, the stock setup of these bi-brake brakes front and rear with the dual channel ABS, this brings this whole mammoth down to zero speed from higher speeds at a very less time. But then the only issue is the life of the brake pads. So if you are someone who likes to be aggressive with the brakes, then yeah, every 6,000 kilometers you may have to replace it. But if you are someone who does not like to ride very aggressive, even then in that case 9,000 to 10,000 kilometers is the max that these brake pads will live, and this is applicable to both the front as well as the rear. So both are from bi-brake, both units are from bi-brake, as you can see it here. And yeah, the life is very less in these brake pads. So I believe brake pads with slightly better life, and if it comes from Royal Enfield, that would be really appreciable. Alright, so the next point is with these foot pegs. Let me quickly sit on this motorcycle and demonstrate you what exactly I mean. So this is my riding position, and as you can see that this foot peg is directly hitting my shin bone. It's on this side and it's on this side as well. So this is one major design flaw, and whenever you are in stop and go traffic, whenever you have to keep your feet down, be it the left or the right, this thing will definitely hurt you. And the only way to escape this problem is that you gradually train yourself, you train your mind to keep the feet far from the foot peg. Otherwise, whenever this thing hits here, it's very painful. As you can see, it directly hits the shin bone. Alright, and the last flaw on this motorcycle is the wobbling problem. The bike itself is very stable. It feels very planted at higher speeds. On triple digit speeds, speeds above 150 kilometers per hour as well. The engine is absolutely beautiful. It's a gem of a machine, and it has no signs of strain whatsoever. The only problem is that if you hit a small pebble or even a small stone on the road and the front tire goes or rear tire goes above that, this whole motorcycle, it just wobbles very bad, and that's something which steals away the whole confidence that you would gain on this motorcycle gradually as you ride it. So these were the things that I do not personally like on the Royal Enfield Interceptor 650. As a package, as a motorcycle, it's a very good, it's a very capable, very potent motorcycle. It's unarguably the best put together package for Royal Enfield stable. And the engine, as I said, is a gem. The chassis is very well sorted out, but then these are the tiny little problems which overall hamper the ownership experience. Now let's talk about the service of this motorcycle. So the first service was done at 500 kilometers, and that time there was an oil change and the oil filter change, and then the next service was done at approximately 6,000 kilometers for this motorcycle. And again, in that service they changed the oil and the oil filter. There was nothing else which was done. But then I totally forgot, at 6,000 kilometers the brake pads of this motorcycle was changed, because as I said, the brake pads life itself is very less, and the service quality is really good. And over the period of time, Royal Enfield service centers have improved themselves a lot. Royal Enfield has done really good job in training their service center guys on customer satisfaction front, and they are doing a really good job now. And expenses wise, as I said, it's only oil and oil filter change, so that would cost you around like 2,500 to 3,000 rupees depending upon where you are. And if a brake pad change is included, then that would set you back by another 1,700 to 1,800 rupees depending again on where do you stay. So maintenance wise, it's not a very expensive motorcycle to maintain. It's fairly cheaper, and as I said, that this is the cheapest parallel twin that you can buy in Indian market today. The next parallel twin that is available is the Ninja 300, and again that is extremely expensive. I'll leave a link to the maintenance of it somewhere on the I button or in the description box below. You can have a look at it. And now that we're talking about the maintenance, let's talk about the fuel economy as well. So this motorcycle returns approximately 25 to 27 kilometers per liter within the city. Again, it depends upon how gentle or how rude you are with the right hand. And the next thing is that on highways it would return you approximately 27 to 30 kilometers per liter, again depending upon how you ride. So there you have it guys, the Royal Enfield Interceptor 650 long-term ownership review and the maintenance expenses. So I hope this video comes out to be of some help to some of you people, and in case if you liked it, please do give a thumbs up and do share it with your friends. And in case if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. We will keep bringing such good and informative stuff to you every now and then. So thank you very much for tuning in, and ride safe. Do wear a helmet no matter how short of a ride you're going for. And yeah, thank you very much. Have a really good time guys.